This is a request video from one of my subscribers, Trey. He asked me what did I think about black quarterbacks and the takeover and the racist NFL and the fans and the reaction. I think it's a great video, very needed. As you know, if you ever come on my channel, I don't shy away talking about racism in America with 3Ks. I don't back down, and I have a lot to say. I know that Patrick Mahomes is scaring a lot of white folks because he's got 3 rings. He's been to 4 Super Bowls, and he is standing with Tom Brady and Joe Montana, whether people like it or not. That's the group he's at. He's at that group. He retired today or tomorrow. That's where he is. Sorry, multiple league MVPs, 3 time Super Bowl a Super Bowl MVP winner. That's the table chair he's at. So whether you like it or not, that's where he is. Lamar Jackson has 2 league MVP awards. Bill Polian's racist behind. He was part of the Buffalo Bills when the Bills were great in the 90s and with the Colts and everything, with Peyton Manning, etc. He kept talking about him play a flanker. He didn't want him, he had an issue with him being a quarterback. They always have got something to say. Always got something to say. Only if Justin Herbert had the problems Lamar Jackson had. If only um, um, Carr, who's now with the Saints, had the problems of Lamar Jackson. If only. If only. You know. It's not the problem. The reality is these brothers be moving, they quick, and now they got arms. And the league who definitely been racist forever and a day. See, when I have a problem is when I talk about the greatest quarterbacks ever of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Because Warren Moon didn't even get his chance to really crack till like 84. Then you had Randall Cunningham that came later. But you didn't really get a lot of black quarterbacks that you could really talk about. Then you have to turn into the 90s before you get to some that got to play. See, it's been really, to be honest with you, in the last 25 years that you've had more of an influx. But Doug Williams get ridden over in his Super Bowl dominance of John Elway in 88. And you have to go all the way up, move on forward in the head till Russell Wilson was the next African American to win in 2013. So think about that time for a moment. Think about how long the gaps were. So yes, they aren't going to be happy because they haven't been schooled in it. This last 10 years, last decade, including them black, white balling Kaepernick, who did get a Super Bowl appearance. Colin Kaepernick's got as many Super Bowl appearances as Mr. Purdy and as Mr. Jimmy Garoppolo. But he got ran out. So, when you think about these circumstances, you see the double standards, but they can't run from it. They want to. I guess the white boys got to get some motor or get some bolt in them and get one that can run and throw. I don't know. The brothers is taking over. It's been there. It's nothing new. I think it's insulting and racist how for long it was like that. We didn't even get to see Broadway Joe Gilliam, who was clearly more talented than Terry Bradshaw in Pittsburgh. Even Bradshaw knew that. But, Charlie Ward not getting to play in 30 years ago, I had to go to the Knicks and be a point guard. Now I get to play in the NFL. They have done ways of Jim Crowing so much. And I always talk about coaching and general managers and ownerships because I go beyond that. But the quarterback position, there have been many who could have had the position. There are still probably some teams in the NFL who've never had a black starting quarterback, believe it or not, or don't put it in position to. But they can't ignore it anymore. Oh, I know there's all of them as good old boys. I know that. Don't let what they logos and signs tell you. But they don't want to be left behind. They got to go with the speed. They got to go with what the now is. They can't afford not to. But I know that racist piece of trash that's the Miami Dolphins owner Ross. No, he don't want Tua lined up, but he ain't got a better option. You know, that's just a fact. You got to go with what's going to get you to the next level because that's the facts. When the Houston Texans owner had died, no, he wasn't crazy about Deshaun Watson, but he has to have him. They got to have it. They cannot afford not to because that is the way it is. But it shows you how racist they are and how to touch they are. They believe me, if they can find great white hype border, if Trevor Lawrence can somehow catch fire and be like a half of a Caitlin Clark for them, believe me, that's what they're hoping. Because I see Nick writing all the time, calling him the prince and all this crap. But C.J. Strauss, all these brothers is coming. Okay, that's a fact. That's the change in the guard. That they just the forbidden fruit, the taboo of black quarterbacks with arms, intelligence, and skill and will. See, intelligence. That's what they've always tried to say that you didn't have to lead. I make this not up. We take sports for granted because they always think sports is the great racial equalizer. No, it's not. They just as bad on any of the plantations, you know. Anyway, please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And if you have a request video, feel free to put it down there. I welcome it. Have a good day. I'm out. Peace.